is the 2018 Toyota Prius Prime, of which I rented on Turo just a couple of days ago for my trip in Denver, Colorado.
The Prius Prime makes amazing gas mileage, something like 40 to 45 miles per gallon driving like me, which in all honesty is far from economic. It also has a very good range of about 350 miles from full to empty. I didn't get to test out the battery since they didn't charge it on my Turo rental, but per Google it can go up to 25 miles just on the battery alone, which is some pretty good range. One neat thing that you might find with the Prius Prime starts under the hood latch, where you'll see it's actually connected to the hood and it disconnects from the ground. That's stored up here in this little storage container thing. You can see that in my 94 miles of driving, I've gotten 43 miles to the gallon. I've gotten that as high as 48. And you'll see in the gas gauge here that I've only used that much gas. I will voice over and say how much gas that really is, but realistically, I'm not going to be spending much on gas whatsoever. Under here, you'll see that you have heated seats for both the passenger and the driver. That has been really nice, especially in the cold, dry Colorado winter. Now that we're sitting here in the interior of the Prius, I'd like to say that it actually is fairly spacious. Obviously, there's not a whole lot of room, back and forth. It's a smaller car, but it doesn't really feel like a smaller car. When you're in here, it actually feels pretty nice, pretty smooth. I wouldn't say luxurious, but it feels pretty nice. Now, unlike other hybrid vehicles and such, the back seat here of the Prius Prime actually does look quite comfortable and has all the same amenities that you would expect. I don't think this folds away into a third seat at all, but I think it's still going to be really good. And can confirm, it's fairly comfortable back here. Definitely not as comfortable as the front seats. You lost a lot of cush when you got back here, but there's a decent seating position and I have a lot of headroom. I think that's worth saying something for a back seat. My door's child locked? We're back in the front seat and we're creeping people out in the parking lot. So I think it might be a good idea to wrap things up on the road. When you get in and start it, it'll sing you a little song. And similarly, when you're done driving, it'll sing you another great song. Isn't that lovely? Another fun thing about the Prius is its huge screen. Similar to a Tesla, giant vertical screen. The only problem is this map software is from like 2008 or something. It doesn't show you where you're going. It doesn't give you anything good. One of our things. 406050 Tower Road. That is the one. That's a pot shop that I went to. Oh, Park DIA. That's where we have to end up dropping this guy off. So let's just show you. That's the route that it's going to give us. And that actually looks pretty good. That looks like something I could follow, right? No.
Please proceed to the highlighted route, then the route guidance will start.
This is all you get. As you drive, and I'll show you, I'll keep it on when I go drive there. As you drive, this is all you get. You can't zoom in. You can't center your little guy. You just kind of have to deal with it. This proprietary map software from like 2000 goddamn 18. It sucks ass. And when you start turning, a little marker comes up here telling you where to turn and how far away that turn is. While that would have been helpful in 2010, everybody uses Google Maps now. Integrate Google Maps with Apple CarPlay, please. I'll see in the menu, they do have an app suite for the Toyota app. There's no Apple CarPlay, there's nothing like that. You have to get the goddamn Toyota app. I mean, that's just like, I don't want to do that. My next main problem is these not being buttons. The fact that they're physical, love that. But here's the problem. I'm cold. I'm just doing this the whole time. I'm obviously already at high. Let me go down. Say I'm too hot. I guess you can hold it. And it just, it doesn't feel as tactile. My biggest annoyance is that the car has a reverse beeper in the cabin. I can understand its purpose, but I know I'm in reverse. Thanks. All right, the camera is indicating that we're in EV mode. So let's go ahead and give that a try, what it's like to drive in the electric vehicle mode. Wow, okay, so EV didn't last that long. Alrighty, I think it's about time to try out sport mode. It obviously doesn't take off, but I'm at 70 right now. And I could still get a good little kick going, you know? I feel like in an average car, you can't really do that as much. And I used eco mode basically throughout the entirety of Denver. It's like driving a Prius, if you ever driven a Prius before. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to say goodbye to the Prius. Once and for all. Oh, this side down. Oopsies. And that's it. Bye-bye, Prius. All right. What did I think of the Toyota Prius? The 2018 Toyota Prius Prime. I think this is a great car, both to rent and to buy. I would give this car 4 out of 5 stars. It is really comfortable. It is pretty zippy, and it really kind of gets up there, and it has a really good range and gas mileage. I think above all else, the thing that sells this car is the gas mileage, and as with any Prius, of course. Now, I think one of the biggest sellers of the Toyota Prius in general is probably its gas mileage. But, it just was amazing that I went driving everywhere in the city that I wanted to. I went on a hike, way out of the town. I drove to and from the airport multiple times. And still, I only spent $7 on gas. And that's with, mind you, with absolutely no charging on the battery because my Turo rental people didn't charge it prior to me getting it. So, honestly, that gas mileage is like crazy good. I talk about the gas mileage earlier in the video, and it's a really good number, but I don't think you really understand it until you get to how much you spent on gas, because that was a crazy experience. And that in and of itself makes the car worth it for me. This is a good commuter car. If you go to work all the time, especially if you have a charger in your office at work, you could probably get away with filling up once every 2 months. I think this car is great for Uber people. Of course, the back seats aren't super comfortable, but you'll be very comfortable in the front seat, and you'll be very happy with the gas mileage. I think this car is also good for renters. As a renter on Turo or anything else, I would love to get a Toyota Prius over anything else because I know that I'm going to save a lot more money on gas and anything else, and I could get to spend that on my trip, gambling or eating or doing something. So, yeah, that's it. That's the 2018 Toyota Prius Prime. I rented that in Colorado. I really loved my time there, and I really loved my Toyota Prius. It really felt like a safe haven, especially after getting lost in the dark. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out. And if you want to see more videos like this one, let me know down in the comments below, because car reviews are not really my thing. And go ahead and check out one of our various other videos on the channel. I think you'll have a good time. Like it.